Bet. Yo. I'm trying to see. Oh, I can share screen. Okay, bet. Say Liz. Check. We got thin now, fool. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just do the help from YouTube. This is lit. I ain't gonna lie. This shit is lit. Very much so lit. That's fucking tough, Chad. Chad, fuck with me, man. Shit. No, I can do that. Okay, bet. Okay, bet. I'm gonna have to drop this. Put that hell on its own page. I really don't need to see myself for real. But we shouldn't be locked in though.
You were talking to me on the way to my hometown. When you got to the airport, motherfucker, he just, I said, oh, Shannon Sharp at the hotel at the airport.
I talked to a man, Turpy, talk to him.
I can take my motherfucking jacket off too, just in case.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. Stopping by for conversation and a drink today is one of the most hilarious comedic minds of our time. He's one of the funniest comic actors to emerge in Hollywood. He went from stand-up comedic star to a bona fide international movie star, one of the most celebrated comedians of our time. He tours the country and performs to sold-out arenas. Award-winning and critically praised actor, multifaceted host, writer, executive producer, entrepreneur, real estate magnate, artist, entertainer, and extraordinaire. He's a powerhouse, an icon, and a legend. The OG, here he is, Mike Epps.
What's up, Shannon Sharp?
Man, look here. Hey, you know this like not to happen.
Fuck you, Shannon.
Man, you no. Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you, Mike. You had me on swole, I was gonna whip you.
Okay, well, hey, you know what?
Hey, you ain't got your boys here now. You get your ass toe up.
What's up, Shannon? We ain't nothing right here between us.
You know what? I ain't gonna be no old person.
But you know what? You know, I know you're a football player, but I ain't turning down no fades though. That if we would have got in a fight, I wasn't gonna turn down the fade.
You ain't talking about you gonna shoot me. You in the bed talking about time. You ain't want these problems.
I never said that I was gonna shoot you, bro.
What you say?
Shannon, I didn't say that I was gonna shoot you. But them little the little homies gonna probably tear your ass up. I wasn't finna fight your big ass, man.
Let me ask you this.
I seen you at the where did I see you at?
Whole Foods in Atlanta.
And you was nice as hell to me.
That's what took me by surprise.
What?
I said, hold on. I'm saying to myself, hold on. I just saw this man at Whole Foods. We exchanged them.
You hadn't did the interview with Cat. The Cat thing,
he ain't say shit about you.
Look.
I could have put you in there.
You did. You did say my name.
I said Mike Epps was great.
You said my name. No, nigga. The way you said my name, you said it like you was trying to set me up to get him to talk about me. I watched the interview. Shannon.
This is what I said. I said Mike Epps played that. I said, can't nobody else play Day Day.
That ain't, you might have said that, but
yes.
but you did say some other shit that and where I was with that at, Shannon, to be honest with you, bro, I respect your podcast. I respect you getting your money. What threw me off was I'm like, this ain't interviewing nobody but comedians.
Yes.
That's what threw me off.
Why?
Because I'm like, this is our business. And look what Cat the shit up.
So that, hold on.
I can't even do this shit now. That nigga broke the record. Why am I doing this shit?
So let me ask you this. Because I did catch a lot of flack. Yeah. Let me tell you why we branched out. Because in the beginning, we did mainly athletes.
Right.
But I said, I got the athlete
And see, I had to study that to know that. At first, I thought you started off doing comedians.
I started off with athletes. Right. I said, in order to, what the Popeyes did chicken, but in order to get bigger, what they do? The chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
So in order for me to get a different audience, let me do celebs, let me do entertainers, let me do comedians. Right. Yes, I can get the athletes, but I need to get a different audience because that's the only way you can grow.
I get it.
I mean, if Target just sold one thing, they're not going to be Target. If Costco sold one item, they're not going to be Costco. So in order for me to grow, that's what I had to do. I didn't know I was going to have to whip a comedian in order to get even more followers, but I thought that's the way I was going to have to go.
Well, nigga, you wasn't going to whoop me, first of all. I wasn't going to let... I know you played football and everything.
I played. I don't play no more.
You was a great-ass tight end.
I appreciate that. I must say that.
You was a great tight... You wasn't as good as Mike Dicker. But you was a good time.
I did okay. So let me ask you this, because
Chad,
a lot of comedians got upset.
Chad, I'm still here. It's just I'm getting situated. You know what I'm saying? Just vibe with me, twin.
At me.
Yeah.
Because I think what Cat did was peel a scab back that outside the comedic world nobody knew about. Didn't nobody know that there was this hostility or this butting of heads between comedians because it was never talked about.
Right.
And so what Cat did is that Cat lifted the veil and like, oh, this one don't like that one and that one don't like this one and I don't like him and he don't like that. Yeah. And so everybody got mad at me. Yeah. I was like, bro, I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to do.
Yeah. I understand that. I mean, you know, the thing of it is that us as comedians, we all, every last person that Cat talked about, everybody that I talk about, we all worked hard as to get here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I guess each one gets money the way they get money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get it how you get it.
Yeah, and that's what everybody has to respect. But like I said, it just felt like it was like the interview was set up to gear towards attacking. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what you realize the first 45 minutes, I didn't ask a question.
Yeah, I understand that.
So
yeah, that was it. But that's what I'm saying. See, that's just like me right now. Right. I could tell a million stories about.
I just need like 3 or 4.
You need 3 or 4.
Well, you know, before we go to let's get a total.
You want to talk about it? I'm ready to go now.
Check this out.
I'm ready to go.
This is my cognac.
You want to talk about right
this is a straight by Laporte. It's a VSOP cognac. I know you like cognac. I know you do. This is the best cognac you gonna ever put to your lips.
You ain't put no P. Diddy in there.
Man, go there you go. Man, damn.
Have it over here in the morning.
Hey, bro, you've been in this thing 3 decades, bro.
That's pretty smooth. It ain't. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, you thought it was gonna burn. I know. Yeah, see.
That's pretty smooth. Yeah, I've been in the business 30 years, man.
But you know what? When you and I had a conversation, we talked on the phone. And I just thought it was very important. I want to hear why you thought it was very important for you and I to have a conversation.
Yeah.
To settle our differences, be it agree or disagree, we can agree to disagree. But I felt that we need to have a conversation. And I'm gonna tell you what I was gonna tell you my things from my point of view. I wanted you to hear from your point of view. Right. And I didn't anticipate you showing up at Country Kitchen. Sid set that up because she knew I was coming. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting down there and Jordan, he said, boss there, Mike Else. So now I'm like, okay, I ain't ate too much. I could tussle for
nigga, that was my hometown. You was talking shit to me on the way to my hometown. And then you got to the Country Kitchen. When you got to the airport, I said Shannon Sharp here at the airport. I said, oh shit, Shannon Sharp at the hotel at the airport.
I talked to a man, Turfy, talk to him.
Your ass was coming there anyway.
I was coaching the All-Star game.
Yeah, you was coming there anyway. Yeah. But that was the thing, Shannon. It was one of the most important. We got a chance to show these little youngsters out here that guess what? It ain't always got to end in no violence.
It doesn't.
Or fighting each other.
Correct.
And putting our hands on each other. Because at the end of the day, we still all black men.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We still all examples in front of
millions.
That's just like whatever Cat said. It wasn't that bad.
Right.
It was like roasting them.
Yeah.
He just got up here and roasted everybody. Nigga, I can take my jacket off too. Just in case. Shit.
All right, we up here in white tees.
Think you're trying to, just in case you get upset, nigga.
But no, I think the thing was for me,
right,
is that everything that you said that I wanted to show, look, we disagree. But just because we disagree, that doesn't mean we have to fight. We have to like get out here, because at the end of the day, ain't no other group doing that but us.
You're right.
Ain't nobody doing that but us.
You're right.
I mean, ain't nobody fighting Joe Rogan.
No.
Ain't nobody fighting Theo Vaughn.
No.
Ain't nobody fighting Andrew Schultz. And there might be people that say things that they disagree with. But
That's
we're
right.
the only ones that feel like, I got to show you how much macho, how big and bad I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
We ain't got to do that, bro. Let's go ahead and get this money.
But that's where we come from.
Yeah.
You know, the neighborhoods and stuff
Yes.
we grew up in, man. You know, I'm pretty sure you had a bully. I had a bully. Everybody had a bully when we were kids. And we grew up in neighborhoods fighting, man. That's what black kids did.
Yeah.
We grew up fighting each other. You know what I mean? And hey, man, unfortunately, that's what it is. But and like you said, as adults,
Yeah.
we have to make sure that we
passed that stage now.
That's right.
So, but I'm glad that we got an opportunity.
Situation.
But do you feel that's an obligation? Because everybody refer to me as they call you the OG.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we have an obligation to our community to show that there's a better way outside of violence to handle the difference?
We do. We all are responsible for the youngsters out here because they watching us.
Yes.
You know, and if you are somebody that the kids are watching, whatever you do, they're gonna do it.
Yep.
And sometimes you can't even see your influence. You doing some shit you don't even know somebody's copying you.
Nope.
So we are responsible for that. And that's the hardest part about coming from where we come from, is that a lot of us don't want to take the responsibility because we so used to being
I'm who I am.
Yeah, I'm who I am.
Yeah.
No matter what. Hey, now you gray and you old doing this shit and you look stupid as
right.
Now that's
yeah.
Because if you think about it, think about everything you see these NFL players do. When they start doing all this stuff like this, what the college kids do, what the high school kids do.
They start doing it.
Steph Curry hit a three and do this right here. What they doing in college?
Yeah.
So you are influential, whether you choose to be or not. And I think you should take responsibility because all the positive that comes along with it, you're so accepting of it. The money, the fame, the attention, the adulation that comes along with it.
Right.
So I think we do have an obligation, Mike, to like put our best foot forward.
We do.
To make sure that the ones that are watching us say, you know what, man, Sharp and Mike had a disagreement. But I like the way they settled that, man. I like they got together and they say, you know what, man, I understand. I might not agree with what you said or how you said it, but I understand you being a comedian, you said it. Bro, let's wrap this thing up. Let's move on.
Yeah, because it's enough. It's cold, motherfucker.
Yeah.
They got this motherfucker on jail, on hospital in this motherfucker, man. Because it is enough situations out there to show that or where it couldn't come to an agreement. And it's enough, like you said, it's enough doing that.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it.
Right. So when Cat came, like people like, man, you said, I say, first of all, when someone comes sit down, I'll always ask them, is there anything you don't feel like you don't want to talk about? Because if you're sitting in that chair, which you're sitting in, I believe you have enough of a career that I can talk to you over your career about something that's not your most salacious or something that you don't want to talk about. I believe you have enough of a career that we can talk about, exclude that, and still get the best Mike Epps.
That's right.
So when he came, I had no idea what he was going to talk about, but that's his story. Like, Mike, if you tell me your story, and I'm like, Mike, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That is your story. You telling me your story. I wasn't there.
That's right.
So I can't. It's like, man, you should have said no. Stop what? I don't know his relationship.
Well, you know what I think? Because I met Cat Williams a long time ago.
You said a long time ago.
We did a thing called it was a comedy competition in the Bay Area. It's called the Bay Area Comedy Competition.
Okay. Cat talked about it in the video.
Cat was as cool as a nice in a motherfucker. His name was Cat in the Hat.
Yes.
And Cat, when it was time to do next Friday, Ice Cube asked me, man, you know him? I said, hell yeah, that's Cat in the Hat from Oakland. Because I thought he was from Oakland.
Right.
Because he's always like a Bay Area dude to me. I said, hell yeah, that's Cat. He said, man, he funny. He put him on Friday after next.
Right.
So
So you knew him prior to Friday After Next?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
From like I said, the Bay Area Comedy. I thought he was from Oakland. And then he did the Bay Area Comedy Competition, and I knew him from there. But he was always a cool, calm, funny dude to me. I never seen all of the crazy shit that happened. But I can honestly say this right here. I really think that coming up in this business when you're young as a comic, you could probably relate to it in sports. I think you do get brushed by older guys the wrong way. I done been brushed by a couple of them, but I don't say nothing about it because I understand what this is. It's a sport and it's camaraderie. And when you first come in the game, when you first come in the locker room, just talking shit.
That's
really.
I mean, in anything.
Yeah.
I think when you coming into prison, gonna try you. You go in the locker room of a sports joint. You know that.
Right.
Am I lying?
They're not trying. A lot of, especially if you play this, because it's like, okay, I might take somebody under my wing, but am I really trying to take somebody under my wing that's really trying to take my job, take food off my table?
No. Hell no. So you're gonna be away with them, and I think that's what.
The homework on niggas really only want you around if you benefit them, fam. If they can see that they can benefit from you, they gonna keep you around as long as possible until you dried up and then you thrown to the wolves.
It happened to Cat.
Right.
Crossed him a couple times. Steve Harvey, all of the motherfuckers crossed him some kind of way.
Right.
But it happens in the game because I'm an older comic now, and I run into all kind of young that. Sometimes I run into little young comics and I be looking at them like, you need to get a job. Straight the up. Now you gonna have to prove to me later on.
Right.
If I see you again and you hot, I'm gonna say, shit, this little end up turning into something.
Right.
But I know that can happen. And I'm pretty sure that happened to Cat.
Right.
Because it happened to me.
Right.
With some of the same that he was talking about.
Damn.
But I never took it the way that Cat took it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The only that I took that from when me and Kevin Hart had a little problem is Kevin was a dude that came right up under me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And he blew up and he got famous and he got rich and they were no longer talking about Mike Epps. But before Kevin came along, they was talking, I had this shit locked down.
Right.
I did. I was out on the road, but I didn't know that other part of the business, which was business.
Business.
You know, I got in show business, and all I was good at was the show part of it, because I didn't grow up under business. And all I could speak for was really my work, which in later on in life that shit ended up helping me because I did good work, and I didn't get the big accolades, but I did good work, but Kevin Hart knew how to do that show and that business. So he was able to get in there, and then I had to end up learning from him.
Damn.
That's how that shit worked.
Yeah.
The old learn from the new learn from the old, and I didn't understand that. So I took it to heart. You know, I took that shit to heart. I was looking at him like, shit, this is a little dude that came up under me that opened up for me. That sometimes I put money in his pocket. And he don't remember, but a couple times I've seen him and he kind of brushed me the wrong way. And see, people do that shit sometimes, especially if you get some success. Sometimes if you get some success and you hot and a person see you and you don't respond to them or act a certain way with them, especially if they are OG to you, they'll take that shit to heart and all. This motherfucker think he better than me. You know, that's how that shit end up happening. And I told him that when I seen him, I said, you know what? You actually end up putting fire under me. That's what it ended up actually doing. It put fire under me because at the time, man, I was settled in whatever the I was settled in. I needed some young to come along that was hot and the people was loving them and looking at me like, what you gonna do? You know, that shit hurt. But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, you know what? I know what I got to do. I got to stick it to them. So I just went back to my regular roots, to who I really was and how I started comedy, and that shit helped me, propelled me to keep going and stop looking at the new, stop looking at the old, and just focus on what you got, because there's only one Mike Epps. Ain't gonna be no other Mike Epps. It's only one Mike Epps. Go do Mike Epps, and you're gonna get whatever you get from that. And once I focused in on that, I was able to breathe and I'd be free and not look at
My fault,
the
twin.
young coming up or the old.
So in other words, a lot of what Cat was talking about,
Yeah.
some people rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah.
Some rubbed you the wrong way.
Yeah.
You just didn't take it the way Cat did,
Right.
and voiced it because you could, but
Yeah.
you're like, you know what? Let me leave well enough alone.
Yeah.
I'm eating. I'm okay.
Yeah, and that's a testimony to believing in yourself and believing in your art. When you believe in your art and your testimony, I have a lot to believe in that'll help that keep me from getting into bullshit.
Right.
I'm a good actor.
Right.
So I can rest on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm good at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So do I really need to do some other bullshit to get people to look at me? Hell no.
Right.
But it's days I wake up, I'm like, oh shit, I need to get a podcast.
Right.
Because it looked like the business is leaving me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Shannon Sharp just got a big ass deal. I got to do this.
Right.
Let me go get me some glasses and a tight ass shirt. I'm serious. I started looking at little tight shirts and shit. I said, I'm finna do. I'm not lying. That shit did cross my mind. Because when you see a getting money and success, you start thinking your way your mind flick is like,
I can do that.
it's right. And I'm gonna get left back.
Right.
But only you can do that. This is your thing.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Whether you're starting a new routine, making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life,
yeah, because Prize Picks ain't doing shit for me. Bitch, throw that motherfucker. My fault, twin.
I don't think that was true. I think that knowing Ice Cube and watching how he works, because I done worked with him a many a times, and he is involved in the casting.
yes.
I think
Man,
Ice Cube might have, vaguely told, because that's how Ice Cube is. He might tell a nigga, go read these 2 parts.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to read for this one and read for that one.
Right.
I don't know if that's what happened.
Right.
But it's something along the lines of that,
Right.
where Ricky could have thought that,
Mm-hmm.
but Money Mike was
It's
originally the guy
for Cat, but like I'm saying, so
off the
if
top.
you look at it,
Yeah.
I don't
think Ricky liked the part he played.
because he had the bandana on, you couldn't see it.
Yeah, and he said that me and Ice Cube was really hitting him hard with the tree. You know when we found him, and that nigga kept saying, "Man, y'all hit me hard with the tree." And Ice Cube was like, "What's up with this dude?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "I'm not hitting him hard with the tree."
You were framing.
I wasn't
You were
hitting that
framing
nigga,
him,
man.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
No, I wasn't hitting
hey,
that
Mike,
nigga.
you were framing on him, man.
I wasn't hitting that nigga with that tree. Ice Cube slammed the tree on that nigga. And when he slammed it on him, Ricky got up and said, "Okay, that's it. No more of the tree slamming on him."
Man, I can see now you went overboard with it.
Man, I swear, I wasn't the one hit. Yeah, I was hitting him with the tree.
You was,
But I really wasn't trying to hit him with the. I mean, sometimes when you in acting, I think Ice Cube might have told me, "Go ahead and hit the nigga." No, he didn't tell him that. Oh, that nigga Ricky go mad. I knew them did that on purpose.
Yeah, and so that was the situation. I
Yeah.
didn't know. I thought, I was like, well, damn. I remember thinking, I said, CJ, man, he revealed that he was supposed to be Money Mike. I said, people gonna really love this because he get.
Nah.
So I didn't know.
But what can you see Ricky as Money Mike?
No.
Right?
It's hard to see because when you we've all seen somebody was originally supposed to play this part, or somebody was supposed to originally sing this song.
Yeah.
And after you hear that person sing the song, like, I know you can sing, but I don't think you would have did it like this person did it.
Yeah.
So no, I can't see him. I think Ricky played the role of the Santa Claus, and he played it amazing.
Yeah.
That klepto Santa Claus.
Do you think Gonzalez should be sitting where you at right now instead of you?
I don't know if that's his call. No. But
I just said that.
No.
I'm just fucking with you.
But if you look at the tight ends, look at all the tight ends. Me, Jason Witten, Gates, Gonzo, all the guys.
No, you took that shit to the next level though. You made it where you was the first tight end that was catching it.
Yeah.
You
But
know
I think
what
the
I'm saying?
thing is, you know what it is, Mike?
You said it all.
When people come sit across from me,
Yeah.
within the first 5 to 10 minutes, they look at me and they say, this man ain't judging me. Whatever I've done or haven't done, I don't look at somebody with judgmental eyes. And so they're willing to open up to me because I don't have any judgment.
That's good.
And I think that's the thing that people love about me. I don't, you got them drunk or I didn't lead nobody. I don't make nobody say anything. So the question.
They just want to, you like a detective. You make tell on themselves. Like on First 48, the niggas just sit there and just tell the nigga all that shit. That's because most of these need a daddy. You look like a daddy to some of these.
But you
don't look like no daddy to me. You look like a big old.
You older than me, Mike.
I ain't older than you. How old are you, Shannon?
57.
How the is my older than you? I'm 55. Do I look older than you?
Kinda.
Hell no. Stop cutting your face like a white man and let the beard grow on your shit. See how old your old Southern.
I ain't never had no facial hair, man, because I ain't never had no beard. You know,
that shit won't grow.
It'll grow. Yeah. But I shave every day.
That shit won't grow.
I shave every day. No, I ain't got no splotchy. That ain't patchy. I ain't got to do no filling. No,
you got to walk around like a white man. All your shit shaved like that.
And so, but I think the thing is, when Cat came on, though, everybody that Cat was really talking about had already been on the show.
Yeah.
Ricky, Said, Steve. Yeah. And the thing is, with Said, I asked Said, Cat said, you stole one of his jokes. Said, well, Shannon, if you take the timeline, it don't add up. He was talking about, I think he said about a spaceship and so forth and so on. So here come Cat again. I was like, Cat, I don't know, but I heard that joke. You know, joke. You in the comedy club, so you know people joke.
Yeah, but you know what? Just looking at what he was doing, the went and turned the check into it. Went out on the road, and went out there, and people came to see him off of what he said on this show.
Yeah,
that was his hustle.
So that's what it was.
Yeah, and them niggas should have came back on here and roasted his ass right back. They said all kind of shit, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. I don't think they them type of dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he should have came on here and roasted them back.
You mentioned that you knew you had known Cat from the Bay Area. So when you saw him on Friday After Next, were you surprised at how well he played that role?
No, man. You got guys like me and Cat, certain guys in the business. You know, we come from we can reach back and grab certain things that, first of all, me and him from the Midwest. He from Cincinnati, I'm from Indiana. And, you know, we coming from a different perspective when it comes to acting and performing. But I wasn't surprised because I knew, you know, Cat been around some shit. He done seen some shit. So, you know, when it come down to this acting thing and this comedy thing, if you don't have that background and that history, it's gonna show up in your work. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna limit you on your jokes. It's gonna limit you on your creativity. So, no, that was a perfect role for Cat. And like I said, Cat is a great actor.
Right.
You know, like myself. But you know, personally, everybody has their own personal shit, and that's where it get a little rough for all of us as comedians. Man, we are some crazy, motherfucking comedians. I tell everybody, man, we like, it's dark, you know, and I had to, whew. And just as a comedian, man, people don't understand the sacrifice for making laugh in your personal life. It's like you give up a lot.
There's a lot of times that you're sad, you're making other people laugh, but you're really sad in your own personal life.
All the time. All the time. That's one of the hardest things about being a comedian. And they call it tears of a clown. You know, because it's the real sacrifice of making someone laugh is that you gotta be sad to make me laugh. You can't be happy and make me laugh.
Right.
And if I see something that you're happy, it's kind of made up, you know. Because we come from dark places, man, to make people. I know I'm standing up here telling motherfuckers my whole personal life, and they dying laughing.
Right.
And I got to go to a therapist and tell the bitch the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And she got to make it make sense for me before I go make them up laugh about it.
So you got two therapy sessions. One, what you're getting paid for, and the other you're paying for.
Come on. 2 therapy sessions. One I'm paying for, and the other one I gotta. Don't laugh. It's real.
But you know what? But I had Miss Pat on, and Miss Pat said, although a lot of comedians do come from a dark, everybody doesn't have that same type of a past.
They don't. Everybody don't have the same past. I got a dark past. You know what I'm saying? My past is dark. I come from dark shit. Family, personal life, all of that shit. So, you know, I consider myself a hero every day because of the shit that I escaped.
What you've overcome, huh?
Hell yeah. That I know that I ain't even supposed to be sitting here, period. Supposed to be dead, in jail, strung out on dope, fail at this shit, you know. But I guess God had a better plan for me, you know. And I think that's because he knows I'm gonna do the right thing with my shit now that I'm at this age. I use my power to do the right shit, you know.
When was Friday the first time you've ever met Cube?
Yeah.
So how did you get the call? Okay, obviously the first Friday was Chris Tucker. So now Tuck's not coming back, so he's gonna have to move this franchise in a different direction.
Yeah.
So Smokey was his homeboy. Now he need another homeboy, Day. That's gonna be obviously probably 300-400 people read for that part.
Yeah.
You get the part. So what is Cube when Cube tells you to come in and you read for the part? Did he tell you anything? So how did you create this character, Day?
Well, at the time that the first movie that I did when I got to LA was 3 Strikes. It was a movie called 3 Strikes with DJ Pooh. I met Pooh. He said, "Damn, boy, I wish I would have used you as the main role," even though my man Brian Hooks did a great job. He said, "Damn, boy, I would have used you as great." I said, "I know, man." So I did a small part in that movie, but my manager, who's still my manager, his name is Niles Kirshner. When I first moved to LA, I think I always and this is some funny shit. When I lived in New York, Red Grant, your partner, Red Grant, together, yes, Red Grant used to come to New York and sleep on my floor.
Damn.
When I moved to LA, I rode a bus from New York to LA.
That probably take you a week.
7 days, yeah. Took me 7 days.
Cause they stopped everywhere.
You did it before?
It took me like 6.5 hours to get from Glenville to Columbia, South Carolina.
That's crazy, right?
I said, God.
Yeah, they stop everywhere.
Yeah.
So I took the bus out there, man, and Red Grant said, "Man, I got an apartment over here off of Venice, man. You can come stay on my floor." I said, "Come on, Red, I'm gonna stay on your floor." I'm sleeping on Red's floor, man, and I had a little partner, man, named Lil Marcus, Baby Looney. He was a straight gang member, but he was so nice to me and cool. I never seen that side of it. They said he was a straight hitter, right? He was telling people he was my manager, so he take me up there to the comedy club. We at the comedy club. My man Niles, who's my manager now, he was a manager at Jamie Foxx's management company.
Okay.
Which was Marcus King and his wife, and that's who I was signed with. Niles went to school with Matt Alvarez, who was the producer of Next Friday.
Okay.
He said, "Man, we got to get Mike up here to do an audition." I went up there, audition, and when I came off the stage, man, my man Baby Looney said, "Mike, Ice Cube want to holler at you." And when I turned around, man, I seen Ice Cube and John Singleton standing there, and almost peed on myself. I said, "Damn." And he said, "Can you act?" I said, "Hell yeah." And he started putting me on the auditions. I started auditioning for it. Every time I show up, I see a lot of comedians audition for it. Now, don't forget, everybody's trying to audition for this role that Chris Tucker didn't want to do no more.
Right.
Which was Next Friday.
Correct.
I mean, was the first Friday. So this role was really hot in Hollywood. And I'm performing and auditioning. A bunch of comedians that I know was auditioning for it. Every time I audition for Ice Cube, when I'm done, he look at me and go like this. So I'm like, okay, I got this. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, I got this motherfucker. Make a long story short, unfortunately, my little homie that was bringing me to the auditions, man, little Baby Looney, he got killed. Got murdered up on Sunset, man. I'm talking about a beautiful young brother, man, but was in the streets, wasn't no joke. good little guy, right? Gets killed. The day that I went to his funeral, I left his funeral and took my funeral clothes off and put my regular clothes on and went in that audition and got that role, man. And that day that I pulled up, I seen Marlon Wayans all kind of. I was like, oh, I thought I had it, because he kept looking at me going like this.
You doing good.
Man, I pull up, I see all kind of out there with the I said, oh, I ain't gonna get this shit. Man, I went in there and got that role. And when I seen his wife, Miss Jackson, laughing, I said, oh man, I think I got this role, man. You know. And I got that role. I called my mom. I said, what you want? She said, buy me a washer and dryer. I said, I'm gonna buy you a house. She said, no, you're gonna put my Social Security up. Because I get $700 a month. You know, I get $700 a month. You gonna put my Social Security.
But I know black people, hey, you ain't been messing with that Social Security. I don't
spend $700 a month. I don't give a fuck what you do.
What is it about Q that he loves comedians? Chris Tucker, he had John Witherspoon, he had DC Curry, he had Bernie Mac. He had all those guys. He had AJ John, all Jamie Foxx. What is it about Q
with comedians
and comedians in his movies? I don't think Q has ever really been in a movie. Obviously, you know, the XXX stuff.
No, he did. Yeah, he did a few. But I get what you're saying.
Johnson Family Vacation and all that other stuff.
Let me say this about Q. As long as I've been a fan of Ice Cube since 1989
NWA.
NWA. He's always had, if you listen to his music, he always had a comedic sense to his music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Once Upon a Time in the Projects, you know, I mean, on and on and on. And I think that he's a comedian in his own right, you know, so he knows how to work with comedians. He knows how to be the straight man. He knows how to be that guy that'll play off of you and let you get your shit off.
Yeah.
Like he did for me and Cat and all the rest of us. Everybody that Cube touched on the comedic side, gold. Now, on the other hand, you have to have it to bring it too. You know, I tell people all the time, man, Q put me on. I put the movie on too. I made that character.
You did
the franchise of a movie too,
right?
You know, so it takes both moving parts to make the shit work.
Yeah, I mean, now that I think about it, and you look at all the comedians that you say, there are a lot of comedians, obviously, that were reading for the part.
Yeah,
I don't know if they could have played Day Day like you.
No, because that's how Q wrote it. And unfortunately, it would fitted me, because if he would have wrote the character different, might have been a different story. Wow. So, you know, he's a genius when it comes to that.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your favorite uncle, proud partner of Rose Sparks. Have you ever had one of those nights? Maybe you're watching a movie.
When I was younger, like, this dude want it now.
Right.
This dude want to make it now. This dude.
You do realize that a marathon is a race. You meant to say this is a sprint.
You know what I'm talking
about. Yeah. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
This nigga here. I knew you was gonna get me on here to do a Sesame Street thing with a nigga, man. Hey, look, the man said, take your time, do it right, so that you could be here for a long time.
Right.
And I took that advice, you know. And to this day, I think Chris Tucker is mad at me because I did the next Friday. To this day, I said.
But how's he mad at you? He didn't. Okay, the reports are that he didn't want to do cursing and he didn't want to be smoking weed.
Well, I heard through the grapevine, he said they should have left it alone. That they it up by keep doing it.
It's too much money to be made.
Well, you know,
you can say that same thing about The Godfather. They should have left it alone, but they had 2 and 3.
That was it. He did such a great job. I can see him saying that.
But I don't think anybody.
But nigga, my mama needed to wash it dry.
But I think
what was I supposed to do,
Mike? I think the thing is, I love the way the pivot he did.
Yeah.
Nobody could have played Smokey.
Nobody could play Smokey.
He had to do a whole different character, a whole different way of doing it.
Nobody could have played it. And see, that's what I thought I was about to come and play Smokey. But I fooled him. And I'll never forget the first day I did that, when I was on the set and they said action. And when they said cut, I'm not bullshitting. John Witherspoon was sitting there looking at me like this. And the set was silent. It was quiet. Cause they was waiting on me to bring it. They like, nigga, you better bring this shit. And I was nervous. I went up there and told Cube, I said, man, they ain't laughing. You know what Cube said? It ain't time for them to laugh. I said, okay. He said, I'll let you know when it's time to go there.
Yeah.
Go there. And by the time it was time for me to go there, and I came down the stairs and said, why y'all let the fat jump on me? Y'all just, it was over with. They was laughing. I said, I'm gone now. You know, and that, you know, so that was pretty much the layout, Shannon, you know.
But you know, as great as Cube has been to a lot of people complain about the pay.
Yeah.
That Cube don't pay his actors and Cube don't do this. After all that what that man has done, we got to get a man his flowers because he's put so many people on. Neil Long was in the movie.
Well, see, his pay is different. And if you want to ask somebody, if you want to compare to what somebody gave you for one movie, and it was your breakout movie or your first movie, you ain't in no $300 million budget movie. You ain't in that yet. And so I hear people talk about he don't pay a lot, but everybody that did his movie took off and went and got paid.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. I know what you're saying.
I didn't get paid. I got a decent pay.
Yeah.
But the money that I made from being in the movie was
now your stand-up. Now you hotter in your stand-up.
Now I'm hotter in my stand-up.
Now instead of doing, you know, not is there anything wrong with a 200 seat? Now you're doing 500. Now you're doing 1,000. Now you're doing 2,500.
Yeah.
They come this man, hey, they put it in the mug.
Now you're getting your money. And see, they got to look at it. You have to in this business here as an actor, as a comedian. When you first start out, because everybody got to start somewhere, you have to plant a seed.
Yes, for
the flower to grow. You're not going to get an instant. Well, some of these dudes is getting instant flowers, but the flower pot gonna pop in a minute. It's gonna break. It's gonna melt down back into the soil because it ain't a seed. It was sitting in a pot.
There is a report that there is a last Friday.
It's the last Friday. I just sat with me, Ice Cube, Aaron Magruder, and DJ Pooh just sat in a room and we've been writing it.
Right.
So it's gonna be off the hook.
So what can we expect? The 27, 28?
Hopefully 26. Hopefully we'll come out
26?
Yeah, probably 27.
Yeah.
Damn, how you know this shit more than me?
So I mean, is it bittersweet? Because you've been at this thing, it's 2 decades that you've been at the Friday franchise and knowing that it's coming to an end.
Well, you know, it might not come to an end. We thought the second one was the last one. We thought the third one was the last one. But Ice Cube has the ability to keep creating. That gonna squeeze the juice out of it.
Yeah.
That motherfucker ain't gonna have no juice left in it.
And Friday After Next, man, how did you come up with that? You cussed them old ladies out. Them ladies come out there with the pamphlet. And you say y'all selling in the name out here, selling in the name of the Lord.
That's the thing about film, and knowing somebody's gonna do something, you know what the reaction is. But if you don't know what I'm gonna say, when I walk up to you, it's gonna throw you off. I got a real response out of them ladies.
Yeah.
It really shocked them.
Yeah.
But them as knowing that they in a movie they couldn't break. So they just went on with it.
Yeah.
That shit was real. They didn't know what I was gonna say. I just walked up to him and said, why y'all using God to sell pussy on that lady? Old lady said, oh my, that's how she was looking. But they just kept going.
Right.
They kept, they stayed in it, man.
So how much freedom does Cube give you to ad lib?
Oh man, that's what he do. I remember I went in the script. I mean, I was sitting in the trailer with him and he just took the script out my hand and threw the mother. I said, what the fuck? He said, come on, let's go. But the script is the guideline,
right? And
we have to say certain words to lead us to the next scene.
Okay.
So it's certain shit that has to be said, and it's certain shit that he's like, okay, this scene right here, do what you want. Go ahead in there and and if he had to pull me back, he'll pull me back.
Should we expect some up and coming comedians in the last Friday?
Yeah. I mean, like I tell all the comedians, a lot of people have been hollering at me about that movie. I said, Cube he gonna make you audition.
He ain't just handing out no part. Because sometimes like
no.
Leo ain't got to read for no part. Denzel ain't reading for no part. Samuel Jackson not reading for no part.
No.
There's some people that are not reading for a part.
They're not reading for a part.
You gonna read for this part. Even though
not me. I'm part of the franchise. Right. But these new guys,
yes.
I'm pretty sure I respect him for doing that because the only way you'll see it is if you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can guess all the way and try to pair a person up with a character in a script, but to see it is to believe it, you know. So I agree with that.
Right. Do you think Chris Tucker has regrets about not returning to Friday, seeing how successful that it was? Because in the beginning they said, well, he wanted this much money, and well, then you heard earlier people say, well, it was about his religion, and he didn't want to smoke weed, he didn't want to do all that cursing, he didn't want to do all that drinking. But then I guess, you know, when what was that movie that he got with Jackie Chan? I mean, they came along and it's like, well,
he was the perfect example of he might have been the first started off saying the Cube didn't pay.
Right.
Because I remember he had a joke to say, man, that paid me in t-shirts and CDs. That was his joke that the nigga used to do on there.
Right.
And then, but what he did with that role was crazy. He went and did Rush Hours.
Rush Hour, Money Talk.
So he went and got paid off of the role. Do I think he regret being in it? To some degree.
Why would he regret it? It put him on the map.
I mean, look what he did afterwards.
Yes. I don't think he get. Do you think he gets Rush Hour if he's not in Friday?
No.
I agree.
I think Rush Hour got him. I think next Friday. I think Friday got him everything he was gonna get. Would he have been a star outside of Friday? I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was good.
Yes.
He was good at what he did. But definitely the Friday role put him where he was.
It was crazy.
I'm glad that they didn't do it. Don't do another. I was waiting on him to say he wasn't gonna do Rush Hour. I was gonna do Rush Hour. Hey man, they got a light-skinned nigga that'll do all these roles this dark nigga won't do.
Did you feel pressure? Because even though that was a different character, you were a comedian, replacing a comedian, in the franchise of Friday. Did you feel pressure?
No, I didn't feel no pressure because of where I came from, how hard I worked. You got to think about it, Shannon. I lived in New York for 10 years, man, doing $50 rooms, $25 rooms.
Damn.
You know, yeah, not making no money, man. You know what I'm saying?
So that true, like some
not making no money.
We had Roy Woods Jr. on. He's like, hey, sometime, man, all they pay you in buffalo wings and drinks.
Yeah, well, I don't know where that nigga was performing. I always got a couple dollars for performing.
$20.
At least some gas money. Roy, what the f was you performing at when nigga gave you some chicken wings, nigga?
You parlay Friday After Next to All About the Benjamin.
Yeah, All About the Benjamins. That was a script. Me and a partner named TC, my partner TC, we found the script, took it to a guy named Ron Lane. Ron Lane wrote it, took it to Ice Cube. Ice Cube rewrote it when we shot the movie. So at least the second movie, I brought it to Ice Cube.
Right.
You know what I mean? He put me in one, then I brought him one.
Yeah.
And that movie was incredible too.
It was. But you said that was like, you had a lot going on doing All About the Benjamin. You had a lot going on in your personal life, in your private life.
Yeah.
How were you able to, because as a professional athlete, we have to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
I got to play the game. Whatever I got going on at home, whatever I got going on, the game is the most, so I'm gonna focus here.
Yeah.
Now, once I'm done with the game, I can decompress and I can deal with whatever I got going on outside of the game.
Yeah.
How were you able to compartmentalize?
Yeah.
Focus on, I got to do this read, I got to get through this movie, but I got chaos in my life.
Yeah, well, you know, first of all, the next Friday movie, it did something to me. It fucked me up. I couldn't believe I was famous. I couldn't believe I made it. It really did a mind trick on me. And not only that, I was so upset that I left so many, it felt like I left and all my friends. Because I'll never forget, one day I went back home and I was looking for everybody to be like, ah.
Yeah.
And wasn't nobody like that.
You minded them though.
That shit me up. That shit fucked me up. And I'm the type of person that, you know, since I didn't get the love, you know, I started getting high. I start doing coke, start snorting cocaine.
That was your first time. That was that.
No, I was doing that shit when I was 14, but I had revisited it.
Damn.
Yeah, first time I did it, I was 14, but I revisited it as an adult. And I started getting high because I really had survivor's remorse. I swear to God, I was so hurt that I left so many people back in my hometown, my friends, because I was really out here by myself, you know.
But what were they gonna do? It was they like they could act, they couldn't sing, they couldn't dance. So why you make it seem like they actually could do something and you didn't help them? They couldn't do what you did, Mike.
They couldn't do what I did. And then I had pressure me on to bringing money back home to buy a kilo of cocaine, all kinds of shit.
Damn, Escobar.
Yeah, because what you got to think about it. I came from the street.
Yes.
I came straight out of jail and started doing comedy. I was in the street and I wasn't successful at it, you know, and that shit followed me, man. You know, I mean, for a long time I would come back home, man. It was niggas still talking about I owe them money, and I'm like, shit, I can't pay no old ass 20-year-old debt with you with no money. Man, you know, I tried to buy my friends, I tried to buy my family. I couldn't buy none of them. The ones that were naturally jealous of me, they was just
it wasn't nothing
I could do to them. One time I swear to God, I gave my friends, one of my buddies, some money, and that took that shit and threw it out the window.
Huh? Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Why? Why? It wasn't enough?
Well, you know, I think it was just, I think people's perception of what they thought I had, I didn't have it.
Mm.
You know, I didn't have what motherfuckers thought.
They thought you was Eddie Murphy all of a sudden.
Hell yeah. I'm like, nigga, shit, I'm one joke away from being right back here with you. Standing on the block. But
why is it that when I can just speak to our community?
Yeah.
I'm black, you black, so we can speak on a level that we understand.
Yeah.
Why is it that when we leave, everybody feel like we owe them something?
Because we all came from a crab in the barrel syndrome. We all came from crab in the barrel. And if you watch crabs in the barrel, that's what they do. They if one of them get out, another one will grab his crab and pull him back. That's why they call it crab in the barrel. And you know, I think that shit is a derivative from slavery. You know, we all, you know, that shit started. And I tell brothers this all the time, man. We still on the plantation.
Mm.
You know, we just got clothes, we got more money and stuff like that. But if you think about back in slavery, that shit was real.
Mm-hmm.
If you seen a brother standing up there with an outfit on in master's house, you
had light skin, you worked inside. You had dark skin, you was outside.
Yeah, how can I get in?
Yeah.
How can I get down?
Mm-hmm.
How can I be a part of this? You know, so that shit is real prevalent. It's still right now. And that's what these dudes don't realize. Is like, you know, if one brother makes it in this business, he don't understand that he's the guy that they use to make all the other brothers rise to the top. He's the guy. He's the center guy. You know, he's the template of what we are.
Mm-hmm.
They all compare us like that. I was just sitting on the plane and it blew my mind, but the shit is real. I was sitting on the plane with an older white lady, and people were speaking to her. She said, "Who are you?" I said, "Chris Brown." And she believed that shit. She said, "Oh, I can't believe I'm sitting here with you." I'm serious. I said, "Yeah, Chris Brown." And then something must have hit. She said, "You've gotten a lot older." I said, "Yeah." I said, Rihanna and them wore me out. They drove me crazy. I was talking shit, right? And then she must have called her daughter on the phone. She called her daughter on because I seen the lady, she started looking at me like this.
You ain't Chris Brown.
Yeah, you ain't no Chris Brown. And but it didn't make me mad because the first thing I said to myself, we sitting on Southwest, heifer. You should know that I ain't no damn Chris Brown.
Right.
That just she didn't know who I was. She probably didn't know who damn Chris Brown was.
She knew who Chris Brown was.
She did.
Probably.
No,
She probably knew the name, but I don't know.
55-year-old nigga with schnauzer color gray in his chin.
When you did All About the Benjamins, those lines, 15, 30, 35,
15. Yeah, them joints right there. Them was
you came up, that was ad lib.
Yeah, I was high right then.
Damn.
I was, yeah.
How you show up to work high?
Like now. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just bullshit. No, I'm just bullshit. No, you know what? Man, I was 20-some years old. I could do everything at that age.
No,
you know, my comedic timing, I don't care what position I'm in, I am able to still tell jokes. You can wake me out of my sleep and I'm gonna crack a joke. That was my calling. This is my only talent that I've ever been able to
harness.
That's right. I tried all kind of shit, Shannon. I tried to go to the military. They wouldn't let me in there because I flunked the test.
Well, that's probably why.
Yeah.
But military take anybody. Damn, how bad are you in school?
You're right.
And military ain't really turning out nobody. They're looking for a few good people to die.
You're right.
Oh, damn, you were so bad they didn't want you. You couldn't even die. Damn, Mike.
Oh, stop. I just like all the rest of these niggas, man. It's all kind of can't read it in their film. You wasn't no scholar, Shannon. No. They probably let your ass get through the
No, but I was about to take the test. I was about to go to the Air Force.
Did you have good grades in college?
Yeah, I got good grades in college. I didn't have no good grades in high school because I didn't apply myself. I was full of,
So how did you get to college?
Back then, my first year.
Your talent.
Prop 48 hit in 1986, which means if you didn't score 700 on the SAT, you couldn't go D1. You had to go D2, HBCU. So that's why I ended up going to an HBCU.
Yeah, that's why you went to Savannah State.
Yes.
You was too good to be there. You supposed to be in Notre Dame,
Georgia, Texas, somewhere like that. But you know what's the best thing to happen?
Why?
Because I sincerely believe I went to a university
where you could get off.
They cared about me.
How did the NFL find you in that little school?
When you good, they find you.
The numbers, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I think the thing is, Mike,
you don't think your brother put a little light on you?
Because guess what? He couldn't catch no passes for me. Now, obviously, there's he has a brother. Okay, let's go see what he's like.
Yeah, come on now. Don't take nothing for Sterling.
No. They're going to say, yeah, he has a brother. Well, why is he at Savannah State then? If he that good, why is he at Savannah State? His brother's at the University of South Carolina. Then they see me play. Okay, he's big, he's fast. Okay,
they got
raw
tape on you.
And the thing is that obviously we don't have a wide receiver coach, a tight end coach, a running back coach, an O-line coach, a this coach. We ain't got 15 coaches on offense and 15 on defenses. So they look at me as okay, he's raw. But with some coaching, we think we can find something for him to do in the NFL. He's big, he's fast, he's strong.
So when you came in the NFL, they wasn't checking for you like that. You had to earn it.
Oh, you got to get it. Because you got to realize though, Mike, I went to an HBCU where HBCU wasn't cool. You see everybody how they hype up HBCU now? It wasn't no ESPN, wasn't coming to no HBCU.
Looking at you like you wasn't shit.
Yeah, man. They was you went to a college in a strip mall. People were making jokes about it. Yeah, they're making jokes. Now it's a big thing going to an HBCU.
A strip mall. Damn.
Hold on. Look.
Am I tripping?
Kim's supposed to be in All About the Benjamins?
She auditioned for it.
Damn.
She was
gonna be your wife or your girlfriend or something?
She was gonna be. If you watch All About this, I think she was gonna be Cube's girlfriend.
But you've been in movies with Whitney Houston was with Sparkle with you, was?
Yeah, I was in Whitney Houston's last movie, man. It was crazy to be in the movie because she was a lot different person in the movie world than she was in the music world.
Really?
Yeah, man. When she was on the set, she was really, really calm. She was really cool, and she was really serious.
Right.
And what threw me off with that, I was like, damn, this ain't the Whitney everybody be saying.
Right.
Because I think in the film world, she was a great actress. She was an incredible actress. She wasn't just a good singer.
Mm-hmm.
She was a performer.
Right.
And she just has some great energy on the movie set.
Is that You get that a lot. Like you get on the set, you have this expectations of someone, and what you've heard or what you've kind of experienced with them not on set, and then you get on the set and they're totally different than what you thought they would be.
Totally different people, man. And I done had some good experiences and bad experiences.
Really?
I mean, you know, sometimes they got a saying is sometimes you don't want to meet your heroes, you know, because they're not going to be who you think they are. And that's a true statement. You know, everybody is not who they portray they are in show business. You know, some people are different people. You know, you meet them and you like, damn, what an asshole. That's why I'm always cool. I try to be cool with people when I meet them and see them, because I heard all these stories before I got in the show business. You know, I'm pretty sure you did too.
Yeah. Well, people always ask me what such and such like. I was like, I just know what they're like around me.
Right.
I can't speak to what if they see you or if they see somebody else, I can just tell you how they treat me. and people are like, well, oh, I thought, well, I mean, what you want me? I mean, I can't tell you somebody that I haven't been around what they're like. I can just tell you how they interact when I'm around them.
Right.
So you say she was really, really quiet. Did she ever sing on set? Could she?
I tell a story. One day I was on my way to the set, and I had to always walk past the trailers. And I was walking past the trailers, and I heard Whitney Houston singing she was playing Michael Jackson in the trailer. And man, it sounded like they was both in there singing together. It blew my mind.
Damn.
You know, she was in there singing. I'm like, damn. So that hurt it, man. That really hurt me because I had just met her. You know, I did a previous video with her and Bobby Brown years ago, but I didn't get to meet her. This was the first time that I got to meet her. And oh man, she was such a.
You think somebody could beat Whitney in a versus battle?
Hell no. Hell no. I doubt it. Shit.
But you was also on the set with Beyonce in Fighting Temptations.
I did a movie with Beyonce and Fighting. I did actually work with Beyonce on the Apollo. When I first did Showtime at the Apollo, Destiny Child was on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I seen them before they became who they were, man.
Did you know they were going to become that?
You know what? I was so nervous from doing that show. I didn't even pay attention to them. And then later on, I was like, damn, that's the girl.
That's them.
Yeah. On 125th.
You look at Beyonce Fighting Temptations. She was in, I think, Dreamgirls with Eddie Murphy. She was in the Austin Powers, one of the Austin Powers. Yeah. Are you surprised she's not doing any more acting? And then she's kind of focused on a music career and raising a family?
No, you know, the acting world is something you gotta want to do.
Yeah.
That's some shit that's
I think she feels scratch that itch and
acting is different. It's some shit you gotta want to do. It's a different parlay, it's a different hustle. Sitting in trailers and that shit is different, man.
It is.
And
I can just imagine. I can imagine doing a movie because I've been on commercials, and the commercial is going to be 30 seconds, and you're there a day and a half. You're there a day and a half, maybe even 2 days. So I can imagine a movie that's going to be 120 minutes or 150 minutes. I can just imagine.
Yeah, it's a process. It's different, and it's different than performing on stage.
Yeah.
When you performing on stage as a performer, whether you're a comedian, an actress, or a singer. You got control. That's your shit.
Yeah.
The acting, you sitting in the trailer waiting on them to literally call you and say,
okay,
it's your turn.
Yep. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 10 minutes. Sometimes you sit in the trailer and they come home and tell you
can
go home.
Yep. Yep.
It's different. It's a different we
go to rap for the day. What you mean rap for the day?
I've been here all day.
We can finish this today.
Welcome to the movie world.
Someone that we had on the show that I know you're familiar with, Monique.
Yeah.
I love Mo.
I love Monique too.
She Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins, 3 Strikes, Bessie.
Yeah.
People have this perception of Mo because what they heard.
Yeah.
You've been around her in a more intimate setting on set, been around her a lot, probably been on tour with her. Yeah. What's Mo like?
Family. You know what I'm saying? One of them cousins or one of them aunties that don't bite her tongue.
Nope.
Gonna say how she feel.
Yeah.
But sweet, man. Monique, good people, man. Me and Monique, we did a comedy festival up in Montreal called Just for Laughs. And I didn't have no ride back home. And Monique and her mother and her brother, I rode all the way back to the States with them.
Damn.
Yeah, I rode all the way back to the States with them.
She is a very motherly person.
Yeah.
Because off camera, Brother Shannon.
Yeah.
You know I'm praying for you.
Off camera, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Brother Shannon, I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
Hey.
But see, she's another one. See, that's what I'm saying. In this business right here, people cross people in paths. People do shit and little shit like, you know, like if we sitting under a table, right? Yeah. Say this is a table.
Right.
We at the dinner table and nobody can see me doing this to you. And you just jump and say, you kick my motherfucker. Now, from everybody else's appearance,
they like, you overreacted.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what happens in this business.
Wow.
People nudge people the wrong way. And
they pretend like ain't nothing happened.
And you're supposed to take it and deal with it because it's me.
Yeah.
I'm the one, it's me now. You want to work now.
Yeah.
You want to be around here. So don't even say nothing about what I did that might have offended you. So if you don't bring it to me, guess what? I'm going to go publicly and talk about every motherfucking body in the business. And I think that, man, I'm telling you, that shit happens to everybody. You know, and if you don't address it to nobody, because what happens is when you get home and you're sitting around, you're like, that. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. And you're really upset because you didn't check them right then.
Right.
So you go on a platform and just blast it.
Being in The Hangover.
Yeah.
I ask a lot of people, and some people like, hey, an audience is an audience, a funny joke is a funny joke.
Yeah.
But is there a difference between a black audience and a white audience?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Money. Craft service, shit. You can see a whole bunch of differences. Shit.
No, but seriously. So so when you go on stage, let's just say for the sake of argument, you in Harlem and you got 5,000 people and they're black.
Yeah.
Now you go to Oklahoma and you got 5,000. You got to tell different jokes.
You do. You do. It's you actually have to tell a different joke every time you go in front of any audience.
Really?
Yeah. Every audience is different. And black people celebrate different than white people.
Yeah.
And that's what throws a black comic off, is that when white people laugh, they say, ha, ha, ha. Black people. See what I'm saying? Niggas hit each other out there. Yeah, that's us.
Yes.
So,
but that's how we are.
That's how we are. That's our makeup. That's how we celebrate. So that shit will throw a comic, because it did me like that. And I get off stage, I'm like, damn man, them white people ain't laughing at me.
Right.
They laugh different. They laugh different. And that's like Dave Chappelle and them, they know how to do that shit.
Man,
they know how to master that. And see, my whole thing with I don't think white people trust me 100%.
I mean, your background, I mean, you did, do some.
But even if I don't even know that, I guess they can see the arrest.
Yeah, but you got little beady eyes.
Hey, but you know what? That's the real truth. I said, guess what? Your success, it spans off of the trust, and white people, they let me in their house. I ain't gonna take nothing out of there.
This time.
No, back in the day I would. Had all their VCRs and TVs up at the front. Because that's how niggas used to do when they break a house. They bring everything to the front of the door and then set it there. Go make a bologna sandwich in the people's house.
You've been on sitcoms. One on network television, Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
And now you're in the final season of the Upshaws. I love the Upshaw.
Thanks,
Creature, my favorite.
Thanks, man.
Creature be tearing you up.
Hilarious, man.
Creature be tearing you up, man. I ain't gonna even hold you on that one. Is there a difference? Do you have to, because like Netflix versus ABC, is there a difference in performing and how you do it on like a streaming platform versus a network television?
Yeah, you know, the streaming platform, you're able to be yourself more.
Okay.
I've always looked at network television as a commercial.
Okay.
It's a commercial for you to show who you are and and to do other things, to ride in the parade on CBS, get other commercials and stuff. Because it's a commercial network.
Right.
You know, it's a sale network. So if you do a television show on one of these main networks, that's what you are. You're really doing a commercial.
Right. I want to ask people this, like when people get killed off, it was reported that you got killed off because you asked for a raise. Is that true?
And which one?
What was that show? What the
Survivors Remorse?
Yes.
No, I didn't get killed because that was LeBron's show. I didn't get killed. I didn't get off the show because I got another show, which was Uncle Buck on ABC. And I was a fifth lead on that show. I had to go for
you got the bigger brand.
Even though the show didn't go, but I still had to take the chance.
Right.
That's why I wasn't on the show anymore.
Right.
But what they'll do on a show is if you're not on it no more, especially if you're black, they're gonna kill your ass.
Is that written into your contract that you gotta let them kill you off? Can you just not show up no more?
No, they're gonna kill you without asking if you want to die or not. They're gonna get rid of your ass. The dude Michael Miller asked me that shit. The director, how do you want to die? I said, huh? we killing you on the show, so let me know how you want to die. I said, oh yeah, make it a car accident.
Damn.
You know, that's how they do.
How did the Upshaws come about? Because you got and you got Wanda in there, my guy Duck,
Kim Fields,
Regina.
You know, that's all I do is create, man, and
you spend a lot of time doing that, huh?
Yeah, that's all I do is think of different scenarios, think of different television shows, movie ideas, and I take them. And when I write, I'm always writing casting at the same time. I'm writing with this person in mind. You know what I mean? So when it's time to pitch it, it matches. So I called Wanda. I said, man, I gotta. First I called Wanda. She ain't called me back. I said, oh, this is some bullshit. You know, I start saying all kind of crazy shit. You know how you say some crazy shit. Then she called back. I felt bad as hell. I said, oh, Wanda done went Hollywood on her. She don't want to call me back. Yeah, I know she think I'm a Def Comedy Jam. Hello, Wanda. And I pitched her the idea and she loved it, man. We went to Netflix, sold it, went for 6 years. Wow. We're in our final year, man. And it was great to do, man. It really was. Kids got old on us.
Yeah.
You know?
You said something very interesting. You said you always got these ideas in your head and you're always writing. Can you sleep at night? Because it doesn't seem like you can turn your mind off.
No, not at all. I've been having sleep apnea my whole life. Because, you know, like I said, Shannon.
You mean insomnia?
Yeah, my insomnia, but
sleep apnea is like you start breathing for an intermittent period of time.
Yeah. Shut up, nigga. You know. Here we go with this shit.
I have sleep apnea also.
You know?
I do. I have insomnia also. The inability to sleep at night. You know, you stay.
Which one I got?
Insomnia. Sleep apnea is like you stop breathing for a period of time.
Oh no, nigga, I'm breathing. At least
you have to get that machine.
I might not know it. Shit. I might have to watch somebody watch me sleep.
Yes. Yes.
So right?
Yes.
Somebody told you that shit, right?
Well, I did. I took the sleep test.
That's what I need to do.
I stopped breathing for up to like 90 seconds at a time, which is not good. So I got fitted. I'm going to get the machine next week.
Wow. I'm sitting there talking to a nigga that don't breathe.
I've always had it as a kid. Even like when I'm just sitting around, my sister used to always, boy, breathe. Stop holding your breath.
That's just a human thing. People hold their breath. Don't know it.
But you can't hold your breath. You go meet your maker. You hold your breath at night because
you're right. You're right.
So
you out of here.
But I find that ironic. People that are really creative.
Yeah.
and you say like you're constantly writing and you're constantly thinking, it's hard. It's hard for me to turn my mind off.
It is, because you're thinking about the next move.
You are.
And you work. And don't forget, Shannon, from where we come from childhood, we are always in survival mode.
Yep.
In our mind.
Yep.
That's crazy, ain't it?
It is.
Even if you're successful. Bills paid, everything done, still surviving in your head.
You are.
Still trying to not fall, still trying to win.
I'm never like Shannon, you I mean you don't, because I don't, because that's the way we were brought up.
Yeah. Surviving, trying to win. Shit.
Of all the characters that you played, what's your favorite character?
I used to say all about the Benjamins, but because I was so raw. But I played a role one time in a movie called Petey Green, and it was me, Don Cheadle, Chiwetel, and Taraji. And I played a guy in prison, and I love that role because it made me so honest, man. You know, some roles make you honest, man. I could feel it and smell it. I could touch it. I knew where I was, and it just did something for me creatively. But yeah, that's one of the roles that I really enjoy doing.
I'm looking at some of the people that you've been on set with: Don Cheadle, Martin Lawrence, The Rock, Angela Bassett, Megan Good, Forrest Whitaker, Taraji, Danny Glover, Wanda Sykes. You mentioned Chiwetel Ejiofor. What's it like? I could just imagine, because I love Forrest Whitaker in The Godfather of Harlem. Man, I love Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle went to Denver East High School. I've known 20 plus years. Yeah. So to see, because that's not the world that you come from, and to see them in their world. I remember doing a commercial with Martin Lawrence, and he's like really quiet. Yeah. And then as soon as they's like, okay, action,
they turn it on.
Like, you ain't say nothing for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now you.
Yeah. That's the anatomy of an artist, man. You know, I think to live with the art, to live with being funny all day, you know, you want to have a cut on and cut off switch. It should drive you crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah. Or you'll be one of them dudes that's running around and can't cut it off all day.
Right. Do people want you, when they see you, do they want you to be funny all the time?
Yeah, they want me to be funny, and sometimes I'm not. I tell people sometimes all the time. Not all the time, but for the most part, I'm a nice guy, but I do tell people, get the fuck out of my face. What you looking at? When people just stare at me and they know it's me, I'm like, I'll just say, what the fuck you looking at? Because say it.
Just say, yeah, I might.
Say it, ask me, am I Mike Epps? Are you Mike Epps? You know what I'll say? You know the fuck I am Mike Epps. Why would you just sit there? I hate when they do that.
They might not be really sure.
And just,
they don't know, Mike.
Man,
it could be someone else.
I'll be standing somewhere and the motherfucker say, man, are you Mike Epps? And I'll just do that. I'll just say, no, I'm not Mike Epps. And they'll say, stop playing. I'll say, well, motherfucker, yeah, well, stop asking me that. That shit bothers me right there.
Why?
Because I feel like they playing with me. It's like, you know I'm Mike Epps. I say, hey, Mike Epps, can I have an autograph? Don't sit there and just stare at me and do this shit. Because it make me do it back. I be looking at motherfuckers like this. We both in the liquor store looking at each other like this. Sometimes say, are you Mike Epps? And I say, yeah. And they'll say something else.
They'll say, no, you're not.
No, they'll say, you look too old, or you look. It's like, Mom, it's like you asked me that to say something up. You.
What's the hardest thing to learn as an actor?
The hardest thing to learn as an actor is your lines.
Did you take acting classes, or you just?
Nope. I have went to some acting classes. Shit didn't work. That shit felt like school again. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you ain't do well in school.
I ain't do good in school. I'm out. I'm out of here. So, I lived enough life to know how to act.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, boy.
And I learned a long time ago as a kid. If somebody's watching you talk to somebody, that's the camera. So do you ever look at that person that's watching you? No. You keep talking. Like me and you talking and saying, man, you know that.
We ain't looking at the camera yet.
Yeah, the camera over there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's helped me learn how to not look at the camera.
I
wouldn't say that I'm A-list actor.
I can with you.
I can You know,
You can hold your own. That's
I
all.
can hold my own.
But what they,
And I haven't had the opportunities to show a person that
Yeah.
yet. You know.
what they ask you to do.
Yeah.
They're not asking you to be Oscar. They're asking you to be Mike Epps,
Yeah.
which is funny,
Yeah.
which is hilarious,
Yeah.
and to deliver a line
Yeah.
on cue.
Yeah. That's it. But I want to show people that I can really get into it.
So you want to take on more serious roles?
Yeah, I've done a lot though. I've done Death Wish with Bruce Willis, Acts of Violence. I've been in Vapaka with Forrest Whitaker. I've been in a lot of serious roles, you know, as a comic. And you know,
it's hard though when you.
It's not a joke. And most comics, you ain't gonna hear their name is in no actor lineups.
Right.
Like when it's time to cast, they're not calling them.
No.
But they'll call me, and you know, I'll get at least a shot at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been embarrassed? Have you ever forgot your line?
Hell yeah.
Damn, Mike.
Hell yeah. All the time. All the time. It's not easy, you know.
Mike.
Yeah.
You got 6 months. They send you the script. They say, okay, Mike, you got the part. So before they start shooting, you got months to remember.
Your mind can play a game on you right in the moment of acting. You can really your mind can freeze up where you can't remember what you're supposed to say. Dead ass. When I did The Hangover, John Goodman, they had a big ass truck, a trailer with the trailer up, and they had a big ass TV screen with his lines on it for him to remember. And in the middle of the scene, he'd be like, yeah, God damn it. He was doing that. He couldn't even remember that shit on the thing.
Damn.
And that's John Goodman. We done seen him in a million movies.
Yeah.
But it just go to show you that the way the brain works when you're trying to memorize. The memory it can be tricky, you know?
Man, I got new respect now when I see Denzel doing all that with that training day.
Oh, Denzel's one of the coldest ever did it.
Oh, for sure.
But you could tell that he becomes the character
He
so
does.
well that the words come
like he's
like nothing.
Like him and Malcolm X. I still don't know how he didn't win the Oscar.
He was
for that.
cold.
They pulled a car on that one.
Yeah, he did a good job on the training day too.
Oh, training day.
I liked him better.
A hurricane.
Oh yeah, he was cold.
Devil in blue dress. Inside Man.
Yeah, he was cold, and he was. If you watch them movies. Because I've studied the movies and I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah.
Still see Denzel the whole time. But the way he take on those characters.
Robert McCall, the Equalizer.
Oh, he just become.
Did you see, you ever see the movie Biko when he played Bantu Stephen Biko?
Oh, I never seen that. Cold.
You never see that.
Yes,
He unbelievable.
Movies I didn't see.
He unbelievable.
Yeah,
about what was going on in apartheid South Africa.
Yeah.
Is there a role you auditioned for that you didn't get? Or a role you turned down you wish you hadn't?
Yeah, I turned down the movie called Fool's Gold. It had Matthew McConaughey in it. Kevin Hart did it.
Yeah. Damn.
I should have did it. I don't know if that would have made a difference, but it was roles like that. It's all kind of roles I shouldn't have never turned down none. I wasn't in a position to turn down no roles because I was just starting.
Right.
There was another movie with Eddie Griffin and this other guy. Damn, I forget the name. What was the name of that movie, TZ? Eddie Griffin and the guy with the big eyes.
Chris Kattan?
No, it was
and they had a dog. They was running around the city. That was my role, man. And double take. And I turned the role down. Why
you do that?
I was tripping. I was in my mind. I thought I deserved something better. You know. Sometimes you can get tricked off of success. Like if you get successful,
you trick yourself, or you allow other people to trick you.
I trick myself. I trick my. Sometimes you can get a little too fancy in your head about your success and start demanding more than what you're supposed to get.
Damn.
And end up what you had in front of you. Shit.
What is selling out? We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he sold out.
Yeah.
No, I got the Cat interview. I sold out.
Yeah.
You probably heard that you sold out because
you and Cat sold out on that episode. You niggas sold out arenas and sold out shows. That nigga sold You sold out. No, you know what though? Quincy Jones said something important. He said, you gotta have something to sell.
Damn. Ain't that the truth?
You can't sell out if you ain't got nothing to sell.
Like
you know
that.
what I mean?
I like that.
It's the real talk, because at the end of the day, you know, who's going to turn down the opportunity to make money to send their kids to college and have a good life?
Yes.
You know, and I think there's levels of compromising that you have to value. You know, I don't think one should compromise themselves for something that makes them uncomfortable for money.
Yeah, I agree.
But hey, who's going to turn down the opportunity to work with white people in order to send their kids to college and have a good life? I'm not.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I used to have peer pressure around my own people about being racist. I used to be racist about white people and didn't notice it until I was around. I'm like, damn, I'm only racist around black people.
Right.
And when black people ain't around, I'm white. I act white with my white friends.
Yeah.
So how unfair is that? If black people were sitting in the tree and see me reacting with my neighbor, they'll be like, that's a sellout.
Yeah.
But you only seen it because you was in my tree. Stay your ass out my tree and you won't see me being nice to white people.
I need you to help. Because you've been a comedian for 30 years. You've been in Hollywood for damn near as long.
Yeah.
What's a gatekeeper?
A gatekeeper
and are there such a thing?
Yeah, a gatekeeper is a nigga at the gate that know if you get in there, you might take his job. We talked about this earlier. You might take his job. The people who to be might see you and give you better opportunities than the next one.
Right.
And if I'm a guy, black guy, making money for a company who's dishing out a lot of money, and you bring my name up in an office, in a room, and I say, you won't be making money. It's just that simple.
You believe they out there?
What? Hell yeah. I'm the guy. I make money. I make money for your company, and you another black guy. And they bring your name up and they say, what about Shannon Sharp? And you sure you want to deal with that? You're not making no money, Shannon. Until they catch this nigga doing something he ain't got no business doing.
And then they gonna come back.
Yeah, they'll come back. Oh, Shannon.
Yeah. People really do that?
Hell yeah. In every aspect. Not only in the black community, I'm pretty sure they do it in the white community too. You know? That's what a gatekeeper is.
Damn.
Somebody that can keep the gate and make sure, you know.
Man, he's okay, but I don't know if he'll be okay for this role.
That's right. Or you gotta be careful with him. Well, let them decide if they should be careful.
Yeah. Don't you help.
Don't you tell the motherfucker. That's why people will say, God, you're so nice. I'm like, what? Did you hear something different? Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
Hell yeah.
Ah, damn, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Hell yeah.
He just answered.
Because I didn't see shit formulate. That's why I'm a conspiracy theorist. I seen conspiracies come true. So I do believe it too.
You manifested it.
I manifested it.
It's like the root. You know that people think, they can put root on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you start to believe in it.
You got a root on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. That's how the mind, whatever the mind can conceive. If your mind is strong enough to conceive it, it'll come true.
Because like dead people can't hurt you. No, but they can make you hurt yourself.
That's right. That's right. The pain itself.
Yeah.
Sitting there crying over somebody that don't even know you crying.
I can't believe you believe it. Let me ask you, I always want to. I like to ask people that came from a very similar background, came from nothing.
Yeah,
dealing with fame.
Mm-hmm.
What have you learned about fame?
I take it face value. I take it with a grain of salt. I'm never surprised. I'm never shocked. And I'm very rarely mad about any outcome that happens in that business. You know, I'm not shocked no more that there's ass kissers. I'm not shocked that people act like they know you and don't know you tomorrow. I'm not shocked.
That happened to you, Mike?
Hell yeah. I mean, you know, it happens in show. It happens with success. You know, I got friends and family members and shit that hey, you know one good thing about me, I ain't always been famous and rich.
Right.
I've been broke before.
Yeah.
And I have been nobody before.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how I felt then and how people reacted to me. So can't nobody pull the wool over my head.
Yeah, I'm half and half now. I've been poor. I've been well off about as long as I've been poor. So it's about 50-50 now.
Yeah, you know.
So you absolutely know.
You fucking
But I
know.
hate that. I you know what I hate?
Human
Hey
nature,
man,
bro.
hey man, take my number, give me a call.
Yeah. What I'm gonna call you about?
And then they change the number. Bro,
Oh yeah.
Bro, why
Oh,
you
yeah.
say that? Why you say
Yeah, I done had that. I done had that done before. But I like again, Shannon, to keep my stress levels down and to understand, I understand that's what it is. It's like trying to change a tiger stripes.
Mm-hmm.
This business has stripes on it. It's a tiger. You're not changing it. You're not gonna change how people are. People are fake. People are messy. People up. People do. That's what it is. Go home, go to bed, and understand that's what it is.
You know, I want to ask you, when you were you always funny? Were you funny as a kid?
Whole life. Any situation.
So you a class clown, huh?
Class clown like a they used to call it being disruptive.
Yes.
But it turned into being a comedian for me. So my disruption turned into fame.
So when the teacher would call and say, Mr. Epps,
Yeah.
it's just hard to get him to focus.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just disruptive in class. I mean, he's everybody's friend. He's making jokes. He's constantly, I don't really know what to do with him anymore.
Yeah. Well, see, they tried to put me on Ritalin when I was a kid. They tried to put me on a pill.
Mm.
And
They had pills back then?
it's called Ritalin.
No, they just had ass whipping.
No, back then they had
Mike, you talk about back then, you 2 years younger than me. You make it seem like you're 20 years younger than me.
I am, nigga. Really,
Your mom didn't tear your ass up.
I didn't get whoopings like that.
Yes, yeah, that's why.
I didn't get whooped. I have gotten some whoopings, but I didn't get ass whoopings like that. And yeah, I used to take a Ritalin pill, and I stopped taking that.
Why?
Because I would act like I took it and spit it out. And they told my mother, we need to go up on the Valium. It ain't working.
Damn.
And she said, no, he ain't taking shit. Cause
did you notice when you took it? Did you notice a change in you?
Yeah, it made me tired and made me eat. That's why them kids that's on that shit will make them fat and you know that's some government shit. Yeah, man. You know what I needed to do, and I tell people with their kids all the time, let them grow, man. You don't know what they're gonna grow into be. You can't really judge a kid when they're young. You think you can, because a lot of people thought I was gonna be something else that I'm not. I end up being successful.
Mm-hmm.
I got people looking at me so shocked. It's people that look at me like, damn, you are really a different, I never thought you would grow up to be who you are. I thought you would be ignorant and slow and dumb. I've always been smart, but I was very unorthodox. I learned different from everybody. Never learned the same way nobody learned. So I picked up a brick way different than you pick a brick up. So
what kind of brick we talking?
One of them red ones.
Oh, okay.
They go that big again.
I'm just curious. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you on today, ain't you, man? That nigga's on today.
But you've had some criticisms of comedians publicly.
Yeah.
Chris Rock, you say like you think he ended Chucky Ducky.
Yeah.
I like Chucky Ducky quite.
He did. He Chucky Ducky's career up. what little career that it was there.
Man, come on, man. Don't do Chucky Ducky like that.
Nigga, fuck Chucky Ducky.
But I like Chucky Ducky.
A nigga went on one of them shows and said, Chucky Ducky needs some jokey wokies. See, that's why Will Smith popped that nigga upside his head.
Come on, man. Are you condoning that behavior?
I ain't condoning it, but I can see
understand
how a nigga pop him upside his head because he know how to.
But Chris Rock weigh 132 pounds.
Them be the motherfuckers that know how to get a hold of you. that Chris Rock, he know how to say. He said some shit to me one time.
Huh?
Yeah, that motherfucker walked up to me and said, "You can't act rich if you ain't rich." I said, "Huh? What the hell?" At the time, I wasn't rich. I understood what he said, but I'm like,
but you just upset that he said that.
Yeah, because what he didn't understand is I came from a drug dealer world, so I always like little.
Yeah. You
That's the drug dealer. He thinking I'm up there trying to make the people think I got show business money.
Yeah,
and said that shit to me. I said, man, I'm rich in a whole lot of ways.
Damn.
Ferret looking ass. I know how I feel about being rich.
But I'm trying to get Chris Rock on the show. You gonna play, but I can't get him.
That scared that somebody gonna pop him up. He's scared you gonna reach over here and pop.
Now that we're on Chris Rock, when you saw that,
yeah,
did you think it was real?
No,
I didn't either.
I'm like, damn, that was.
I was like, that's a skit. I thought it was a skit.
I knew it was real when I seen Will Smith's face when he said "damn." When he said "keep my name," I was like, "Oh, he really
keep my wife's name out your."
He could have got away with that. I would have just caught him in the back somewhere. And
yeah.
Pow. Nobody would have seen it.
But let me ask you a question.
On stage saying, "Chris Rock hit me in the." I would have said, "I ain't hit him."
But I don't know a whole lot of comedians that would have let that go. You up there, you ain't letting that go.
Nah.
No. But Chris took it. He made a joke out of it.
Like fighting right there. We'd have towed that whole little area.
Yeah.
But see, I wouldn't have said nothing about his wife either.
Right.
You know.
So you felt that was off limits.
I mean, you know, with all them white people in there, it gets a little rough.
All he said was G.I. Jane. But I think it was a culmination because remember years before that Jada said she wasn't coming.
I would have popped that upside his head too.
Come on, man, come on.
But I wouldn't have did it in front of everybody. I would have said, "Hey, man, Chris, don't do that again." And in the back, nobody would have said,
"Right,
seen it." Yeah.
You don't do that in front of company.
Nah, not in front of the white people.
Yeah.
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing, black people, we can't do certain shit in front of the white people.
Yeah.
We have to look at each other. Nigga, I catch you behind the liquor store,
okay,
Chick-fil-A or something. But we ain't doing this in front of the white people because it's gonna your money up and my money up.
Yeah.
As soon as the white people see you violent, they done.
Yeah.
They don't like violence unless it's a war.
I'm like, war. Damn. I was shocked, but I thought Chris handled it really, really well. He might have been the only black man that could have handled it like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
But I'm not so sure Will would have did that to somebody else. But like you said, that's that man's wife. No matter what somebody else might think of her, that's that man's wife, and he loves it.
That's one thing that coochie will do, make you act a fool.
Yeah.
My wife, anybody, that's one thing that'll get me too. And they call it, can I curse on here?
Yeah.
They call it a tender dick. When you tender dick, you'll kill somebody over a woman. Chris Rock was tender dicked. I mean, Will. Yeah, he had tender. He was tender. But I am too. Mama better not say nothing about my wife. You can do anything in the world, nigga. Don't say nothing about because you got to go home to these women. And if you don't stand up in front of a woman, they gonna say that shit.
What they gonna say?
You ain't say nothing to them one. See now now they looking at you half cop.
He bigger than me though, baby. I don't want to mess up our money. Don't you like living here?
I mean, in the thrust of it, some pop shit.
Let me ask you this: have you talked to Chris Rock? Have y'all?
I never really had a relationship with him like
really?
That. No.
Have you tried?
I'm telling you, when I tell you, me and him ain't never ever.
Hey, y'all ain't never been cool like that, huh?
No, I don't think he gets me, and I don't get him, and it's cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Damn, I hate that.
That's how it is. I mean, you know, Some people I get, some people get me, some people I don't.
Right.
Do I think he's funny? Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But personality-wise, I've never met him enough to know how cool I really don't know him, and he don't know me like that.
Right.
Which is cool.
Eddie, you were the Eddie Murphy with Dr. Doolittle too, Dolomite, you people. What's it like working with Eddie? Because I grew up on Eddie. I was in the early 80s when Eddie was
funny all day. I mean, that's why I was just telling somebody. I've been trying to get Eddie Murphy to go do stand. Every time I work with him in a movie, I'm like, man, go do stand up. Because he's sitting there telling you jokes while he's standing with you. That motherfucker just sitting there funny, just in his regular life. He didn't sit, man, some of the stories he told me, boy, I was on the floor laughing. I mean, had me down. He told me one time John Amos was at a party. Remember from Good Time?
Good Time Day, yeah.
Said he had a whole suit on with a drink, and there was so many girls in there, they said he stepped right off in the water with the whole suit. They said he kept the drink up like that. And got out of the water and just kept drinking like nothing happened. Drink, soaking wet.
You think Eddie will ever do stand-up again?
He should. He's the king of that shit, man. That's one thing about Eddie Murphy, man. His timing and the shit that he, I seen him and Kevin Hart have some words. I don't know how real that is, but I seen them have some words. And I'm like, Kevin, you can forget it. This dude is Eddie Murphy's the king of comedy. He's king of stand.
But he hadn't done it in so long. It's like a surgeon. You don't stop. You like surgeon. Like
you think you can play football?
No, not with two artificial hips.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
If I'd have known that when we got into it, nigga, I would have hurried up and found your ass. Nigga, Shannon, what the hell you on that motherfucking hip? Bam.
No. They good now. They good. I can't go below 90 degrees or something like that, but my hips are fine. I'm not in pain anymore. You should have called me about 4-5 years ago when I was in pain. You could have got me then, Mike.
I can get you now.
Not a chance.
I seen you up there playing with Crawford.
Yeah.
In the box.
I ain't want to mess his money up. Hey, I wanted to be.
You could have whooped him?
Oh, I'd have tossed him. Yeah, I could have.
See, you talking about grabbing a motherfucker.
Yes.
That's why
I had it.
That's why I said I was getting a pistol. Because that ain't fair. We supposed to be like this, but you grabbed it, man.
No, what I'm gonna do that for? It's got to be quick. I got too much muscle. It's going to fatigue.
You got to get rid of
it. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Give me your GOAT comedians because you go back a ways.
Yeah.
I mean, you get Eddie and then Carlin and all these guys coming forward. So you have a guy that's 30 years old. He might I'm gonna take this guy because that's all he know. But you get to go back a ways, Mike. Yeah. So give me your GOAT comedians. Give me your Mount Rushmore.
Shucky Ducky.
Oh, Lord.
Lou Nail. No, of course. You know what? I hate saying this shit because everybody say the same guys all the time. But Martin Lawrence, Robin Harris, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Bernie Mac. That's my Rushmore.
You do Rushmore, only got 4 heads.
No, that's 5. Oh, they only 4.
Yeah. Damn. I said, you didn't do good in school, huh?
I didn't. I dropped out.
How many recesses y'all had?
Nigga, I don't remember. I didn't even, I'm telling you, Shannon, this is the honest to God's truth, brother. I stopped going to school, like literally 5th grade.
You just stopped going?
I got held back twice.
Oh my goodness. How you get held back at that age? You ain't doing, I mean, you getting stars for grades.
Doing no work. Coming in the room.
Would you go to sleep?
No.
Yo.
Spitballs, beating on the table.
Oh my God. I see why they put you on.
When a teacher turned the back, I say, shut up. I was that dude right there. Always in the hallway, never had.
Yeah, you're definitely in the hallway, I can tell you.
I stop at your classroom, get Shannon right there. Shannon, what's happening? And the teacher said, keep walking. And I say, shut up. Now I'm in the principal's office. I mean, literally, school was a playground for me, but I was working on being a comedian.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you go
being a comedian,
you in the principal's office. At some point in time, they had to call your mom or your dad.
Yeah.
So when your parents come to school and they said, Mike is being disruptive and he's
My parents couldn't handle me, Shannon. No, my parents couldn't handle me. My mom or my dad. I was off the hook. I was off the hook, literally. I got suspended all the time.
Hold up, how you get suspended in before the 5th grade?
I made it to the 9th. You know how I made it to high school?
How?
They just kicked me out of junior high.
So they just kept, because they just keep
said
promoting you
something
because they ain't want to deal with you no more.
I went to junior high. As soon as I got to a freshman in high school, I got kicked out of high school.
For what?
Fighting, crazy shit, showing up late, not going to school. In high school, I just didn't go to school. I was like, I'm just hung in the cafeteria, and they had a little court where the kids was. And I was wild, man. But I was really a comedian. I had people on the floor. I would mimic all the teachers. If it was a cute girl, it was my job to make her feel not cute. That's how I would get her to like me. I talk about her toes, her hair, and they come back to me. Why did you say that to me? I said, oh, no, I'm just kidding. And then they be my friend. They know if I came around, I was finna talk about their ass.
Did y'all have talent shows?
Yes.
So you was a comedian, you win.
No, we didn't have them talents. The only talent show we had was I tried to get in a spelling bee one time. And I think I got to the second stage of that motherfucker. And I think the word was it really wasn't a big word, but all I remember is I stormed out of that. I was so mad because my mom and them was there. And I couldn't look at my mother like that. I just seen her hands go like this. It was like,
damn. She was like, damn, son.
But I am so happy. Like I could talk about all of my misfortunes in life because I am so successful now.
Yes.
I am so successful off of nothing. No money, no education, no nothing. That's how I know when God creates something.
You don't make no mistakes.
He don't make no mistakes, brother.
Do you ever think about like, man, I could have did this. I could have graduated. I could have gone to college.
No,
if I'd have focused.
None of that shit.
Yeah, but you focus on these roles. You focus on your stand up. You focus in this movie business. Yeah. So when you want to lock into something,
I can do it.
You can do it.
But it took me to be an adult and have bills and kids to lock in. I couldn't lock in on just my life. It wasn't enough. I had to see some kids.
Yeah, you had.
Now I got
you had other responsibilities.
Live more than just myself.
Yeah,
that makes me do the right thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You were gonna do a biop with Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that? Because I talked to Damon. I think Damon Wayans was also talking about the biop and
yeah. I mean, you know, I think over the years, man. And I honestly think this about Richard Pryor. I think his spirit was so keen, man. I think that nigga said, I don't want none of them playing me.
But he actually chose you in 2000. He chose you to play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But I still think that his spirit in living with this, trying to do his role all these years, I think he literally in his spirit. Because I don't know why the movie's never been done.
It's got to be, though.
And I don't care who they pick to do it at this point. I just want to see the movie done.
But I don't know if anybody can play it because of you. You get that little semi-fro. You have the complexion. You have the voice inflection.
I actually played him before in a movie called, it was with Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
I forget the name. What was the girl lady's name? Nina Simone. I played it. I played a small part of him and killed it in that movie. And that was enough for me, man. I played him again. They had a Lakers series that was on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that Lakers series? Mm-hmm. I played him in that. Killed it.
Well, Showtime, I think.
Showtime. So I actually got a chance to play him a couple times, small roles.
But you want to play the big thing. You want to do it.
Man.
You don't want to do it now?
What? I will kill it. I will body that.
Why won't his wife? Because I mean, you know, is that to hold up his wife in kind of the direction of the movie?
Well, she definitely owns the rights.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
But I don't know why she don't want to do it. I don't know if she wants to do it. I don't know if she found the right person to do it, but she's definitely keeping it from going or seeing if it'll go, you know. But I didn't want nobody to believe nothing. My daddy was Richard Pryor to me. If you met my daddy, that was the funniest nigga to me,
right,
in the world. Hilarious. That's where I got it. That's my Richard Pryor. Before I even get to anybody else, my real father, who gave me my shit, funny as hell, just wasn't a comedian. Hilarious.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Zoe Saldana because she played Nina Simone and they said she had blackface on. Why you laugh?
I don't know why she did that shit. That was crazy.
I mean,
listening to white people. See, sometimes you listen to white people, sometimes they be meaning well, but they'll send your ass down a dark hole.
Right.
With your culture.
Because you could have easily got someone of darker complexion to play that role.
That's what I'm saying. That was somebody that wanted her to play that bad and was thinking, but didn't know that you can't do that. They should have got somebody like Mary J. Blige, who was really good, that could sing.
Right.
That was a real black girl that could do it.
Yes.
You know, and I love Zoe. I just don't think that was the right role to play.
Hell, Jennifer, J. Hud. Get Jennifer Hudson to play it.
She would have been good too.
Yeah, I mean, because Drewski caught a little flack.
Sexy Red would have did good.
Nah, Sexy Red. Sexy Red ain't played that part.
Ski, like a sinner's meaning such a mouse.
Drewski got in trouble for wearing whiteface.
Yeah.
During the skit.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
What were your thoughts?
He ain't made it all the way. They don't get. He's good. That's what I'm telling you. When you get on the real radar, then you can't do shit.
Right.
But you know, I don't think a lot of us are on the real radar to get punished.
Because it seemed like skits are the thing. I mean, a lot of guys came up doing the skits.
Yeah.
But that's not how you guys had to get up there. Yeah. Y'all had to sit on a stool or walk back and forth, and you had to tell jokes.
That's right.
It wasn't no ski. Yeah, you might have do a voice inflection and you make your voice sound like somebody famous. No, you weren't doing no skits.
Hell no. You had to do joke for joke.
Jokes.
Set up, punchline, set up, premise, punchline.
How different is
punchline setup?
How different is it now? Is it easier to become a comedian now than it was when you were coming up in the biz? Because they got social media now.
It's a million comedians. Even for the ones who want to just sit there and tell a joke.
Yeah.
Shit is no joke. I mean, to become a real comic, it takes about 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. To become a real, to really say, I'm a comic and I've been doing this shit. And you got to go on the stage a lot. Man, I was doing 7 shows a week.
Yo. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. No lie, no lie, no lie. No lie, no lie, no lie. Chinese pizza right now. Mm. 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 Bro, this shit boring me.